Nice. There we go. We got our mic fixed. My bad, fam. Just want to thank you guys for being with me here tonight. Division B East, we're coming at you with the one tricks. Going up against SPLHCB. I am your host, Professor Bobo. We're just going to go ahead and rip our way through. We're going to jump right into the keys to the game. Just a couple things to watch out for tonight. Both of these teams share a support pool. Just one thing to keep an eye on, just for starters. These teams wind up playing a lot of Stukov, a lot of Mouth, and a little bit of Lucio. So just keep an eye on that. Those heroes not really highly prioritized in terms of bans, but you have seen each of them lean on them early in the season. On to our second point, roll with the die. Shout out to Die Fools. Right now, he is the highest impact player for SPLHCB. He's about 8 percentage points ahead, according to Zedolv's Z Impact ratings. Just a player to keep an eye out on. He has a very wide hero pool thus far early in the season. Just, again, a shout-out. Tracer, Gul'dan, Medivh, a little bit of Abathur, some Phoenix, some Junkrat, some Jaina. Willing to step out. And on our last point here, our draft focus is going to be on Maiev versus Diablo. So just taking a look at our scouting real quick. So far this season, one tricks are 2-1 with Maiev, 0-3 without. And on the flip side, SPL has really pushed hard on their Diablo. I believe the last 4 games they have gone with Big Red. He seemed to be a crux for them. We'll certainly see how this winds up working out tonight. We are going to go ahead and jump on into our draft momentarily. Once again, this is Division B East, Week 3, the One Tricks and SPLHCB. Apologies for the auto. Hey, it wouldn't be a Bobo cast if we didn't have this guy misclicking one button. You got to live with it. All right, hopping into draft here. First ban will be over to SPLHCB. Once again, here on Tomb of the Sprider Queen. A map that can sometimes break the meta. Some different things can come into play here. We'll see where these teams want to go. 30 seconds on the ban clock. $15 on the ban here. Not sure where SPLHCB want to go. So far the Maiev getting through on that first ban. We'll see if the One Tricks will be able to pick up their favored Maiev. Perhaps SPL going ahead and looking to snipe this pick. There's a ban. Afraid of it already. High priority Phoenix making it through. Ravenex, thank you for the host, buddy. Cheers. Ravenex will be joining me in the second half of our doubleheader. We'll be coming at you with some Div A West in about 2 hours, so we'll have a little break between these sets. 30 seconds on the ban. Excuse me, 30 seconds for the first pick here for SPL. Both high-tier supports are being left up. Barring maybe a little bit of a change in strategy, would expect at least one, if not both of these teams to go ahead and grab both Stukov and Malfurion. With Garrosh being gone, could put a little bit of a high priority on that favored Diablo pick. I would keep an eye on that in the 4-5 slots. Johanna always moves up in priority here. And as talked about before, SPLHCB going with the Diablo. This is the 5th game in a row that they're going with Big Red. It's a strong map for him. Definitely not the kind of pick that seems out of sorts here. We'll see where One Tricks want to go. Could see the Johanna. Again, we sort of expect a support. There's the Stukov, and they're going to go with the Hanzo. I like the Hanzo pickup early. It sort of works as a bit of a deterrent to Phoenix. Teams will still certainly pick Phoenix into Hanzo, but Hanzo being able to outrange Phoenix has proven to be a very simple, easy counter in draft. And now SPL with their 4th and 5th picks, Malfurion on the board. Again, they have leaned into Lucio, so that may be something that they want to let through if they feel like they have 2 support options. Obviously, Wave Clear would be the priority here. Gul'dan immediately coming to mind. Keep in mind that we have seen Medivh games from SPL. It could be Diablo Malf here. They want to make the power play and pick up the Wave Clear late. There's the Malf and the Junkrat. A perfect day for a little bit of mayhem. Love Junkrat on this map. Provides insane amount of pressure in the early game just because of the strength of the concussion mine, being able to launch you back into your enemy's towers. Wave Clear picks up, so Junkrat winds up stacking later into the game, post 16. He's an absolute nightmare to deal with, particularly considering once Diablo is already off the board. With Diablo and Garrosh gone, you don't have too many high health pool tanks, and Junkrat does a fantastic job of whittling them down. Where Hanzo excels at it early game, it actually winds up tilting, in my opinion, in favor of Junkrat later. Once you get to 16, maybe you go with Endless Nades, which is my preferred talent. We'll see what the band coming through here is going to be for the one tricks. I would look for either the solo lane isolation, or I would seriously consider investing in a Medivh ban here. It's still going to work with everything that's on the board so far for SPL. They go with the Grey Mane ban. So they go with the generic Greninja removal. And now on the flip side, we'll get to see where SPL wants to go. Given that this is not their draft and there are a multitude of picks available, I think the 2 strong bans would be whichever form of Wave Clear you find to be scariest in this situation, be it Gul'dan or Jaina. And again, another option is always going to be Johanna. She does work fairly well in the Junkrat. I'm not sure we're going to see the pocket stitches here tonight. 20 seconds left on the ban. There's a Sonya, so a little bit of solo lane isolation. Blaze moving up in priority. This would certainly look good if you want to roll with the sort of double invuln comp. You want to roll Johanna and Blaze. Fully expect to see the one tricks pick up their offlaner here. They haven't played Blaze yet this season. They have moved into Dahaka. Obviously, this is not a great Dahaka map. Dahaka himself does not do too well into the constant Book of Junkrat and the chain CC that Diablo and Malf can provide. It just forces you to wind up burning all of your cooldowns. Again, I'd really like to see probably Joe Blaze. But if you have another tank pick in mind, 100% go for it. You can set it up with your last pick. Five on the clock here for the one tricks. There's the Blaze and the Jaina. So they get their wave clear. Jaina Hanzo puts out a ton of damage and a ton of wave clear. They both function incredibly well together in that they can enable different styles of builds. Either as comfort or as a response on the other side. I wouldn't be shocked to see Hanzo move into Redemption to work on the Diablo. And with Jaina, you can wind up building into range, particularly considering, again, Diablo Junkrat, they are going to be able to extend the fight. Let's to see where SPL wants to go here. With Solo Laner being choked out, Leo certainly moves up in priority right now. It will be a double tank setup. You could see a Malthael. Oh. And now we get to wait and see if we're getting a lava wave, boys. The old Trixler special. So this is a late game comp right now for SPL. Diablo, Junkrat, and Rag require access to those late game talents. Diablo looking for 13-16. Ragnaros looking to just get stacked so he can, wind up just looking at waves and seeing them disappear. And Junkrat certainly looking for that late game 16 talent, be it spread volley or endless nades. And obviously the stacking on what we will assume will be a Q build. And on the flip side here, we'll see where the one tricks want to go. We talked about the Johanna early. Johanna would work into just about everything except for the Ganjo here. Could even be the ETC if you want a comfort pick, and there's the cow. So draft is set. Two comps tailored a little bit here to Tomb of the Spider Queen. As we see the Rag come out, we see the ETC. As he's moved down in priority, but this is still a map where his ability to kite his enemies and work particularly well with the Jaina will come into play here. Once again, this is Division B East. Week 3 action. The One Tricks and SPLHCB. I don't dislike either of these drafts. I think, again, the question is going to be whether or not SPL is going to be able to get to the late game, whether they've done a good enough job stacking their talents, and certainly what the map breakdown is going to wind up looking like. Whether they've been able to weather a potential early game storm. Again, Blaze beats up on Ragnaros in the early game in a skill-neutral setting. Jaina, ETC, and Stukov are a deadly combo with the combinations of slows and ETC's sort of double chain there. Particularly without the burst heals from Malfurion as well. So a bit of a contrast in styles, and we'll see how this one shakes out. Game 1 about to be underway. We'll introduce the One Tricks first here. Sheej is going to be on the Hanzo. Myjal Knight is going to be on the Jaina. Lincoln Park on the ETC. Captain Key going to be on that Stukov. And in the off lane, it'll be Kotip on the Blaze. And for SPLHCB, Die Fools is going to be on the Ragnaros. Old Pro on the Diablo. BKL is going to be playing the Mouth. Egg Rolls. Captain on the Junkrat there. And our sub tonight, Shiba, will be playing the Ganjo. So just to keep an eye out here, we do see Redemption for Hanzo. Everything else pretty standard. No big surprises. Prog Rock. Jaina going with Fingers of Frost as well. Adrenaline Stimpack for Blaze. ETC taking a little bit of poke there. Both of these teams content to trade wave clear in the beginning of the game. And a quick jet propulsion there from Kotip. Looking to trade out early with the Ragnaros. It's going to take a little while for Rad to get stacked. We'll see how Diefools winds up playing it out here. He'll have a little bit of Genji protection. The mobility is on the side of SPL. I mean, they did pick 2 Overwatch heroes to the 1 of the One Tricks. Wave advantage so far on the side of the One Tricks. Eggroll's looking to troll a little bit, keeping the ETC isolated. Hits the mine and the trap. Both teams trading 4-man rotations here. And just a bit tentative. Pop it in on the Eternal Battle down bottom here. Dyfools is going to have to watch some mana. It's one of the major drawbacks to Ragnaros. Again, these are a lot of stacking talents. It's going to take a little while for him to get going. Slight adjustment to Shiba on that Genji. Winds up just holding top lane. Slight XP advantage already opened up by the one tricks. They just have the better clear right now. Particularly with the Jaina. But keep an eye on Maldron Knight's mana. If SPL wants to make a move, they're going to need to watch out, obviously, for Lurking Arm. But I do think if Jaina winds up getting a little tapped out, that could wind up being an issue. There's the Lurking Arm. Hanzo jumping down bottom. Kotip already backing. Dyfools low on mana. Almost delaying the B. With the meatball there. Level 4. Picked up for the one tricks. Let's just send Blaze back, so they've got a little bit of a disadvantage here. We'll see if SPL can wind up picking up on that. Q build for Jaina. We see explosive arrows there on Hanzo. So it looks like it's going to be the redemption into sharpen arrows into perhaps a little variable talent here at 7. We'll keep an eye on that. Diablo about half stack. Linkin Park looking for a quick turn in. Neither team with enough gems for the first objective. But you can also take a look as we highlight the talents here. Just how much that 4-man is dominating. That is probably 12 out of 12 globes, 13 out of 13, I would imagine right now, between mid and top. Dyfools sneaking a turn in there, as both teams are even on gem count. XP about even. But there you can see the impact that explosive arrows in Jaina is. I mean, those two heroes are going to wind up having instant wave clear. And we talked about how late SPL can push this game. We'll see egg rolls with the Junkrat as he should be able to delay quite a bit of these turn-ins. Raven, thank you for the Linkin Park metaphor. I was trying to hold off. I mean, I've got like a one dad joke per. Linkin Park with the slide in there as Mydro Knight takes a little bit of damage and winds up being okay. Couple tip coming up there. Just try to delay this turn in. Excuse me, delay the defense. Jaina again under pressure. Let's see if anybody picks up this mid-wave. Sheej taking a look. Old Pro sitting on 26 gems already. Keep an eye on the cow. Let's see if he wants a trade here. Slow, steady game. Keep an eye on the turn in here. We'll check it out on the bot lane in a little bit. Dyfools quickly looking for yet another turn in. He's turned in, I believe, 26 gems on his own. With the other 29 sitting there on Diablo. Level 7 quickly approaching. Both of these teams equal in XP. Ooh, Old Pro almost snuck that in. Took the late face melt from ETC. Dyfools now coming up. And quickly Diablo looking for the charge, but he is immediately answered by the silence. Trying to go ahead and get out there. Looks like he's just going to take the death here. First blood going over to the one tricks. Bit of a misstep. I like the play that SPL tried to make there. Bringing their offlaner up. Looking to force that early turn in. But now Jaina will go ahead and turn 17 more gems in. Siege looking to finish this off. I don't believe anybody has the delay. And first objective will go over to the one tricks. You see Junkrat here popping. Up and down, have a little bit of a hello. Level 7 online for both teams. We'll throw talents up. So it is going to be sharpened arrowheads. Oprah here looking early. Just try to deter this top push. Obviously, the boss lane is probably more often than not the priority. No one's sitting mid right now. This is the changed Genji. If you're not up on your patch notes, reduction of the E range, but an increase to his health regen, and his auto attack. It should make him more effective against frontliners, but unable to go to the back line here. We'll see how that Genji-Hanzo interaction works out. Does Hanzo just get a little bit more survivability out of it? Dyfools popping the Molten Core here. Let's see if he can get the Q swing on anybody. Everyone is out. BKL in that mouth looking to catch somebody in the root. But one tricks will back off. Bottom lane here. Blaze getting a little bit more traction into Junkrat. Diablo still not quite ready. Oh, egg rolls. He didn't have the gate. Kotip winds up taking the long way around. Let's see if egg rolls can get a little bit more damage on him here. Concussion mine doing work. Kotip is out. First objective down. So we have mid wall gone. Top wall gone. Bottom wall hanging on by a thread. 41 gems on the side of the one tricks. SP SPL is going to have to push for a turn in here. There's only half a level remaining before the one tricks are gonna hit 10. They've made a little bit of an adjustment with Ragnaros coming up top. Just kind of hanging out here. We'll see if Junkrat winds up maybe popping a mine, see if he can join his friends before 10. And it looks like Hanzo's going to pick it up. Mosh Pit. Bunker. Dragon Arrow. Flailing Swipe. And the Welly. Old Pro looking yet again. He's got 47 gems. There's the Jet Propulsion from Kotep that follows up with the Dragon Arrow. And the Lurking Arm is going to be a big problem for Dibbles. Linkin Park is on the back end here. Does he use the Mosh Pit to get the kills? He's got Ragnaros as well as Diablo here. The damage comes out. Bunker as well for the escape. Not even the Welly can finish a kill. 56 gems now on the side of the one tricks. They'll have an opportunity for this second turn in, but they are down every heroic with the exception of Flailing Swipe. Shout out to Blizz for fixing the observer overlay, and that we now do get to see our heroic timers. SPL closing in on level 10 here. Difle's deep. Looking for a little bit of chase on Jaina. His team's posture over top turn in. Old Pro currently with all of the gems. I'd like to see SPL maybe think about going bottom, see if they can get a couple of gems turned in with that Junkrat and the Genji. Maybe use a little bit of those Overwatch heroes' mobility to try to manipulate the map. Linkin Park looking to get a turn in. Both teams, plenty of gems. Only one kill so far. I don't believe any gems have been lost. Blaze right now turning it top. Kotep with a pickup here. SPL a little slow to react, but they now start to push out. Mosh Pit still not online. So we don't get the Lava Wave. We get the Sulphurous Smash. APOC, T-Dream. And here comes Dibbles. Jaina instantly deleted. Shiba with the follow-up there on Swift Strike. BKL with the Twilight Dream as Dragon Strike. Not going to deter any of these kills. Stukov in the bunker here. Linkin Park looking to try to get a little bit of peel. Immediately the Genji in trouble. There's the E out. The Junkrat. Riptire is huge. And SPL with an opportunity to control the map there. That's a great little RQE combo. Shout out to Old Pro. Hey, he's been playing enough Diablo to get that down. RQE. And a little bit of follow-up from Genji. Jaina immediately gone. The bunker there preventing a couple kills for quite a while. But SPL did a great job of holding the Riptire. They wound up securing 4 kills in one quick rotation, and now they have their first objective. They were about a level and a half behind at one point, and now they are up ahead. Kotip looking for the Jet Propulsion there, trying to see if he can pick a fight before the Web Weaver moves up to this top wall. Old Pro still sitting on 48 gems here. He's certainly got to be careful. That is about half of their presumed second turn in. Difool's pushing up here. He'll take out mid-wall. Bottom Web Weaver able to push on its own is quite healthy. We'll take a peek here on bot lane. Web Weaver will get started. Safe rotation here from the one tricks. Linkin Park thinking about maybe making an aggressive move, but nothing doing. Level 13 picked up here for SPL. They start to move ahead in this game based on those 4 kills. Fantastic play from Old Pro. And now sitting on 98 gems. They have a little bit of an advantage in XP, about a half a level, but they do hold the talent tier advantage. 101 gems. Looking for the quick turn-in. Can Old Pro finally get rid of 50 gems? He does. That is a huge turn-in. Frees up Diablo to maybe be a little bit more aggressive. The one tricks. Minions away from level 13 to even this game out in terms of XP. Receive virulent reaction. A little bit of a Jet Propulsion build here. Icy Veins as well picked up by Jaina. Keep an eye out for the big combo. But each team now looking for a turn, and it looks like the one tricks are going to be able to pick this up top. The counter kill on bottom does not come through, and the one tricks sneak a turn in there. Shiba unable to sniff that one out. Bit of a back and forth affair here. Neither team has claimed a fort. Bottom fort hanging on by a thread. The minions are not going to be able to pick this up. And the One Tricks barreling all 5 members here in the top lane. Obviously, the Molten Core play is critical. Difool's looking for it. There is no interrupt. We didn't get anything from Dragon's Arrow or ETC. So Furious Smash is used in combo with the APOC, and Jaina is immediately gone. Shiba looking to clean up here. The root coming out on Linkin Park, he is quite low. 4 members retreating for the One Tricks. No interrupt for the Molten Core, and Difool starts the chain on the Jaina. That is the second time that they have isolated her. Web Weavers now gone in top lane, pushing mid and bottom. 4v5, and a 1-level lead picked up for SPL. Doing work here. This is not their map pick, but they have played it almost to perfection. Even when they've made the missteps, such as giving this turn in away, they have done extremely well to mitigate the damage. So this is 2 turn-ins left over here for SPL. Sitting at level 15. Linkin Park maybe thinking about trying to get a little bit of a party bush play, particularly before SPL jumps into 16. SPL comfortable moving back, and they will pick up a camp. Bottom fort gone, but it'll go down on the opposite side of the map quite easily. Mid fort's about even. Top fort's not under pressure. Both teams now are looking to go ahead and pick up their bruiser camps. 5 kills to 1. 1-level lead. SPL, half level away from 16. We'll see if the One Tricks want to force here, and they do not get it. Top turn-in converted. I like what SPL has done here. They've shown patience here at level 15. They're not under pressure. They know that everything is up on the side of the One Tricks. Linkin Park has been looking for the big mosh pit. Junkrat winds up skipping around. This has all the look of one of those big, long Tomb of the Spider Queen games. We are now showing our first team at level 16. Oh, and the one-man mosh pit. Is that going to be interrupted? Yes, it does by Sulfurous Smash. Eggrols is going to go ahead and roll out another big RQE combo. The APOC hitting on Siege. Riptire looking to get the follow-up. There's a welly out. It is not going to stop Jaina from going on to going down to Shiba. Riptire will get a little bit of value. Does not quite get to Siege. 2 more kills for SPL. They are doing work here. Eggrolls comes flying in. So bottom fort is down. Webweaver's low. Will pressure top fort on their own. It looks like Malfurion and Junkrat will head on up to try to convert that last fort. SPL looking to open up the map here. Seven kills, but all sort of 3 of these team fights have been initiated by Old Pro on the Diablo. APOC into Devastating Charge with the suplex to isolate a target. That time didn't quite convert the kill on the Hanzo, but enough to pressure him out. Shiba jumping all over that Jaina. And that is yet another turn-in for SPL. This is their time to go for the keep. Difool's looking to pressure Shijin here. Does he have the jump? There it goes. Linkin Park now is going to be caught in the root. He just used Power Slide. Oh, good follow-up there from the back. Difool's under a bit of pressure as the welly comes out. Old Pro looks like he was thinking about the Devastating Charge there. Welly doing a little bit of work. Difool's has not used Molten Core in a while. Looks like he wants to hold it to make the big play rather than just maybe get a little bit of pressure. Top is the focus for SPL. 16's picked up for One Trick. They're about a level and a half away. There's yet another big combo. Old Pro a little ambitious. APOC and Riptire come out here. Looking for a big play. They don't get it. Module Knight on the Jaina. Not to back up for the heal. But a limited gain here. SPL will slide on down to mid. Bottom Webweaver still about half health. We'll see if it can work its way on up. Here's the rotate from the One Tricks. $48 gems on the side of SPLHCB. However, 65 to the side of the One Tricks. This is their opportunity. Ooh, we got the quick, sneaky boss play. Diablo going to go ahead and zone. One Tricks know it's coming. Lincoln Park is going to have an easy way in. Let's see if he gets procced by the trap. He does. Oh, this is going to be big trouble here. Kotip goes in with the jet propulsion. He immediately hits both Ragnaros and Malfurion. Oh, the Mosh Pit is going to wind up converting the second kill. Sheba is stuck. That boss is free, and Kotip goes and picks it up. A huge play from the One Tricks there. This game just turned big time. The combo. Kotip with the jet propulsion. Siege following it up. Using the Dragon's Arrow there. Malfurion and Ragnaros deleted instantly. Genji looking to cap boss. He's got no friends. And now this is what looked like a game that SPL controlled. They now have a boss and a Web Weaver face pushing against them as the One Tricks looking for top keep. Was a first team fight that was not initiated by SPLHCB. Old Pro was looking to zone, maybe looking to make a cheeky play. Difool's here going in for the Molten Core. Nobody is backing out. The APOC comes in. That's going to hit 3 members. Riptire and Dragon Strike following up with the APOC. Everyone is low on the side of the One Tricks. Is Genji going to get any value out of this? Sheba has to back off. Kotip. Jet Propulsion's out. No kills. Is this Welly going to... Top keep gone. Sheba nearly going down to the Welly here. Egg rolls with a little bit of zone. Top keep converted by the One Tricks. They've wrestled this game back. They are now looking for mid-wall with what is left of their second Web Weaver phase. 20, rapidly approaching as well. I suspect they'll back off here. Not quite enough minions in mid to pick up 20. They'll pick it up passively off a bot. Bottom Web Weaver just about to go down. Hydro Knight playing aggressive here. Difool's is a little out. Winds up sneaking out of the Blizz. And there is level 20. Swipe upgrade, we have Death Metal. Winter Mute, a fantastic level 20 upgrade for Jaina. Bunker and Dragon's Arrow upgraded as well in the aggressive play here from the One Trick. So this game turning on a throw pit as it is wont to do. This game is fully controlled by SPLHCB. They initiated every team fight. They played it cleanly. Had great synergy with their combos. With the throw pit as, again, it is wont to do. Maybe the downfall here in map 1. One Trick's looking for middle keep. They should have it with this camp. Jet propulsion in by Blaze. Just missing. Molten Core not available. Both keeps are down. So as we move into the late game phase, both teams now at level 20. The One Tricks will look to get the camp rotate on. They are vastly inferior in terms of gem count. 80 on the side of SPL. But again, we talked about this having the possibility of being a late game. Despite a couple of very good team wipes, the way that the gem count is going to work, the win condition right now for the One Tricks is really going to be team fight and then push through our level 20 talents on up here. Hellgate for Diablo. We see the Molten Core upgrade as well. Astral Communion. Dragon Strike picked up. And Cannonball. One of the most visually appeasing level 20 talents, if you have to ask me. You didn't, but I answered it. And Red Web Weaver face picked up. SPL. You're going to have to look to try to figure out how can they pick up a keep here. They don't have any of these lanes pushed out. This turn-in should not get much, if any, value. They've yet to sniff out that it's just Jaina and ETC. There's the retreat. Hydro Knight and Lincoln Park will join up with their teammates here in the top lane. Kotip, Siege, and Key cleaning up top. And the One Tricks wisely back off. They're under no pressure here. Keep an eye on Old Pro. If he wants to force something with a Hellgate combo, that might be the way to open this game back up in SPL's favor. That is a big party push. Difool's a little impatient. Throws the meatball out, checking the other side. Bottom Web Weaver still has a little bit of life. Just keep an eye on Old Pro here. Again, his combos, APOC, Devastating Charge into Suplex have been great. He now has access to Hellgate with a level 20 coming online. Lincoln Park gets thrown back by the concussion mine. No follow-up. Not a lot of pressure. And this game is just going to keep on going. Top, however, is going to be an issue. That is the third Kata stacking. Mid and bot are pushed out quite well. And Junkrat's going to wind up bouncing his way back, it looks like. Neither team with a turn-in. Bruiser's picked up by the one-tricks. 50 seconds left on SPLs. Posturing over Boss Pit. Ragnaros is covering core. One-tricks definitely see this. There's the Hellgate from Diablo trying to get out of there. Dragon Arrow to follow it up. Jaina picks up the root. Old Pro is going down. He'll immediately return, but without souls. And again, Boss. This time, not the throw pit, but just posturing over it. Costs SPL. They'll be back up, but they're going to have to deal with this top boss. The win condition is open. Only 9 gems away. And a wise decision here from the one-tricks. Kotep with a huge jet propulsion. Malfurion and Ragnaros are caught. There are no interrupts other than Junkrat. He gets the interrupt, but not before Malfurion goes down. Mindro Knight is under pressure from Jaina. Shiba is going to go ahead and look to clean this up. The Riptire should have great value. Winds up knocking 4 out of the bunker. Stukov goes down. Kotip with the jet propulsion to try to answer. Shiba still has Dragon Strike. Okay. 3 kills picked up. SPL with a comeback. This game's going to keep on going, folks. Jaina, Stukov, and Hanzo are gone. 49 gems. On the side of SPL, they're going to have to work their way back on the boss. They've got 4 alive. Diefools wants this. The only way he's going to be able to stay alive is through his Q. Lincoln Park might have this smelled out. Here comes Egg Rolls. Old Pro, a little bit late to the party, but he should wind up stepping up to tank this. Okay, and there we have it. Don't want to see anybody get stunned here. This could wind up being rather embarrassing if we get a PvE kill. Top boss is going to be picked up. 10-6 in terms of kills. SPL wrestling this game back. Back and forth affair. Early on, despite the one-tricks picking up the first objective, SPL was able to wind up picking a couple of combos. They came back in strong fashion, had multiple turn-ins in a row. One-tricks with a comeback, picking up kills over the boss pit, and now our second boss goes over to SPL as they look to try to pick up their first keep and neutralize some of this pressure. Keep an eye on mid. 2 Katas. Diefools would love to pick up the Molten Core here, but a nice, easy defense for the one-tricks. There is a bit of a bug right now, just to let everybody know, with our observer overlays. Core shields are not showing on the red side. Keep an eye on the black area. You're going to have to just sort of... We're going to have to feel out when that shield winds up recharging. Bottom camp getting a little bit of value. Shiva and Old Pro maybe looking to pick up a kill. 41 gems on the side of the one-tricks. They just pick up another turn-in. Suspected this was going to be a long Tomb of the Spider Queen game. We are going to go at least 26 minutes. Bottom in big trouble. SPL trying to figure out if they can delay this turn-in, and they're going to have to defend. Everybody is going to have to turn in for the one-tricks here. Old Pro looking to see if he can maybe get a combo. This is 4v5. SPL has to let it go. All keeps are gone. A lot of this defense is going to hinge on this guy. Diefools is going to need a big Molten Core play. Likely to be coupled with another Diablo combo. Again, the Riptire has been there to follow up each time. That's bit always a pit. Yeah. It's hurt both teams. Oh, and the Dragon's Arrow winds up stunning out Molten Core, but immediately Old Pro winds up for the counter with the APOC combo. Jaina is gone. Shiba has been picking on Jaina all game long. ETC goes down. Death Metal gets no value on the back end. Hanzo picked off by Shiba as well. 3 more kills. So the opportunity is there for SPL to try to defend. That core has full shields. Kotip maybe looking to try to get something extra here. Old Pro winds up zoning him out. Shiba, can he pick up another kill? No. Shield's still strong. We'll try to keep you updated again. That is an observer bug. They are there. 3 kills, 30 seconds apiece. Until Hanzo, Jaina, and ETC come back. It's just good manners. You know where it's not good manners, Crow? Just for the game length. This is going to go 30 minutes for sure. 285k siege damage. Core pressure here. SPL has a turn-in, but these web weavers are going to take a... Well, they got about a country mile to go before they're going to have any impact. Bruiser can't pick up as well. So there's Bruisers and Catapults right now into mid. Looks like this is what SPL wants to open. They're going for mid. Again, we're keeping an eye on the Ragnaros here. Molten Core is available. Remember, he does have heroic difficulty. The upgrade at 20. But the web weavers are just stuck in SPL's base. 13-6 in terms of kills. Shout out to Shiba. On these team fights, he has been able to isolate either Hanzo or Jaina and then wind up working his way back. There's the stun stopping Molten Core. That goes on a 10-second cooldown. I'd have to believe that Diefools went for the bait there. That Molten Core would have wound up providing siege damage, but it's really not going to open up anything more than maybe some keep damage. Maybe he winds up getting a keep out of that. Jet propulsion out on Diablo. It does hit Malfurion with that giant hitbox. Dragon's Arrow comes out on the Dibbles as well, but the Concussion Mine is going to stop that nonsense. Diefools goes ahead and pops Molten Core. Riptire coming out as well. This is a desperate play here from SPL. They need to get some structure damage. They pick up neither kills nor the keep. Rag actually 30 minutes completing 2 quests. See if that spike plays into some late game team fights. And we're back to square one. 21 gems for 1 tricks. They're check-in boss. Does anybody want to throw again? Oh yeah. They had the map vision. They're going for it. Hanzo Jaina, this is good damage. The Welly, however, is dropped onto the boss. That is a big problem. Here come SPL. Lincoln Park is chunked out. No winner mute. Potentially a big mistake by Madronite. Kotip with the jet propulsion and Old Pro. Not under pressure. So again, the Welly dropped directly onto the boss pit. It immediately went down. It actually might have... Excuse me. It actually may have been beneficial there for 1-Tricks. The fact that they didn't get that boss low enough to feel like they could commit to the plate probably worked for their benefit. 30 minutes. Lanes almost evened out. Diefools and Egg Rolls. Taking care of bot lane. We up to 350k yet? Nope, just 310. 215k siege for Kotip on that Blaze. Low hero damage, as you can see. And no one's hit the 100k mark yet. These teamfights have just been fast. They've been over quickly. Shiba has been just a deciding factor. Lincoln Park here was looking for a bit of a party, but she winds up getting caught out. One-Trick's hunting for a kill. Tomb of the Spider Queen is a game which is... It's either a snowball or it's a marathon, folks. We're 32 minutes in. Lanes have been pushed back by the 1-Tricks for a majority of this game. They were able to pick up the first keep on the first of our 2 boss pit throws. They go again? Guys? Team? Okay. We didn't learn the first time. We didn't learn the second time. 2 Katas on core. Shield's going down rapidly. Look how quickly these scale. Okay, now the one trick seems to sniff this out. This is a huge problem with Ragnaros having it back. He cleans up these Katas. Lincoln Park playing in defense. I like what the one tricks are doing here. What they're trying to do is they're trying to force SPL to either commit one member for the defense so that they can get a 5v4. Oh, and there's the big APOC combo. Winds up getting stunned out. Riptire and Flailing Swipe used. There's 2 charges of Flailing Swipe. Astral Communion only hits ETC. SPL looking to try to get some pressure. Lincoln Park with the Mosh Pit. It only catches the Diablo. There's Ice Block and Bunker used at the same time. Molten Core by Die Fools. Oh, boy. Doesn't hit anybody with the initial swing. He's a little bit caught out. Mydrall Knight, however, is going down. Shiba is going to pick that first kill up. She just stuck in. Is Hanzo next? Oh, boy. The counter kill picked up. Shiba getting too aggressive there. 1-4-1. Chunk. Oh, my God. This is 5% core. So, during that team fight in which these teams traded a kill for a kill, these are 33-minute catapults. They don't tickle. They chunk. It's going to wind up being game. Dive Fools stuck out here. So, Egg Rolls has to basically play every single minion wave. Ragnaros eventually winds up going down. So, the one tricks, like I said, eventually they're going to claim this game just by attrition. Everybody threw their combos out there. As you can see on the screen, all 5 heroics were used. Molten Core was popped as well. Catapults encroaching on bottom lane. The one tricks, they know it. 4 members, all they've got to do is work through the shield. We'll try to keep the focus on the core. She winds up getting comboed here. And the Riptire gets no value as Flailing Swipe winds up disrupting the channel. There's Astral Communion again. And then the Malfurion Ultra looking to try to get something done here. Bunker goes out. Shield getting low. Lincoln Park has no life. Neither does Siege. Shield almost done. Can Kotip and Lincoln finish this game off? Yes. A marathon. A marathon game here. Wow. So that game took a little while. If you're just joining us, Division B East coming at you with a 33-minute Tomb of the Spider Queen game. 240k siege on Kotip. 360k siege on the Junkrat. Oh, these teams having a little bit of fun. That game was played very cleanly by both teams, with the exception of the boss pit, and they just kept coming back to it. Boss pit wound up forcing the first 2 throws. And eventually, just by attrition, by 33-minute catapults, the one tricks just build up enough pressure on core and take game number 1. All right. So I need some water. I need a little bit of hydration. I'm sure both of these teams actually need it too. That was the longest game I have had this season by far. Shout out in that game. Old Pro on the Diablo, just ripping combos left and right. Shiba with the isolation plays as well. But the one tricks just win through pure map sense. I love that. I love their delay over the boss. 100% we'll have to pick on that one. See if we can get that game in the interview. We are going to be headed to Cursed Hollow for our second game. This is the map choice of SPLHCB. Go ahead and get our lobby set up. Try to get our teams involved. Cursed Hollow has potential to be yet another long game. A very different map in that it is going to favor the macro team. And maybe that plays a little bit better than the one tricks. They wound up grabbing more camps in that game. Again, their late game play was outstanding. Feigning boss for what had to be 2 minutes. And while the SPL, just desperate to see if they could get the end game kills they needed, wound up losing about 80% of their core. Go ahead, we'll get our teams in the lobby. So that was a marathon. $33-minute game. Oh boy, you can tell on Tomb of the Spider Queen just how long the game is going to be. Not specifically based on kills, but based on the efficacy of your early turn-ins. Let's go ahead and get our team swapped out there. Okay, we got everybody getting go. Oh, nope, wrong guy. Switch him with Difles. Hey, there we go. But just getting back to our previous point, if you don't get a keep with your first 3 turn-ins, it is very, very hard to push, because while Tomb of the Spider Queen top to bottom is a narrow map, it is exceptionally long in that sort of east-west. You don't have a ton of places where you're going to be able to sneak a keep. You're not really going to be able to just, find yourself in the other team's base in any sort of stealthy manner. Both teams ready. We'll head to our draft in just a moment. Go ahead and fire this up. But neither team was able to get a keep. The only way that the keeps were captured were based off of the boss throw. And after that, SPL did a fantastic job of just, again, you have Ragnaros, you always have Mortal Core as a threat. So One Tricks really couldn't wind up pushing into SPL's core. They just had to play it for the long game. I thought at one point they might have been just frustrated and they just wanted to grab boss and go for it. Credit to him on the feign. Well played. All right. If you are just joining us, NGS Season 4, Week 3. I have a Division B East matchup here. We are in game number 2. The One Tricks taking the first game off of SPLHCB. We move from Tomb of the Spider Queen on to Cursed Hollow. And that was a long one. First ban here going over to the One Tricks. Again, we talked about it in our keys to the game. The draft focus was on Maiev and Diablo. Maiev was banned out. Diablo was a first pick for SPL. Their 5th Diablo comp in a row. Hanzo banned out. Smells like a Phoenix play to me. I think right now, just going based off of meta trends, it looks like the One Tricks are sort of maybe playing for the Maiev Phoenix play, hoping to maybe pick up whichever one is not banned out, but we'll see if SPL has something else in mind. It's 25 seconds left on the ban here. Mydrall Knight. We want Murky. Well, you can probably get him. So the Maiev removed. Let's see if this is a Phoenix play. Garrosh was banned out, as well as Maiev on Tomb. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if both of these teams use a bit of the duration on the draft timer just to try to get themselves recomposed. Difles, I want TLV. Well, okay. Let's get a TLV versus Murky game. Why not? Shtukov, first pick here for the One Tricks. Had him in the first game. They move both of their drafts forward with the highest tier support in the game. This was a Diablo Malfurion rotation in the first game. Again, would not be surprised to see it again. Phoenix is available. Garrosh is available. Diablo. Sonya as well. Incredibly strong in this map. We could see the Grey main. Shout out to Honk Hunter. Thank you for the follow, brother. Always appreciated. For anybody just jumping in, I'll follow here. I am your host, Professor Bobo. My goal is to bring you as much NGS Heroes of the Storm action as possible. Malfin Diablo, as expected, picked up. I wish I had my emote. We could have thrown up the Schooled. Making draft picks. Always my favorite part of these casts. Again, just for anybody. Oh, and a DC. A little bit of rip. Chat, throw up the 3-2-3. I think it was tactical. I think Old Pro needed a break. Let's see, I think he said, boys, that I hit that APOC. I hit that D-charge. I hit that suplex. I carried. Now I need to take that load off. So 15 minutes is allowed. We'll go ahead and let everybody know what the scoop is. Must be his internet. All right. If you're familiar with our rules here in NGS, you get 15 minutes total for these sort of delays. So time is on SPL's side. You know what? I had my cam up earlier with no audio, so click. What's happening, gang? Professor Bobo here. Welcome to the Lecture Hall 2.0. I see Crow in chat. Crow, thank you. Your shout-outs up there. Help me out with the overlays. If you're just coming in, on our last game, 2 with the Spider Queen, a 33-minute match. Well played by both teams. Both sides trading objectives throughout the majority of the game. But the boss, the throw pit, utilized twice. Through this game, on over, for a little while over the one tricks, they used the boss pit throw to go ahead and grab top keep. And then for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes, just a game of attrition. Let's see, did we get Old Pro back in there? We do have Old Pro back in there, so we're going to go ahead and get our draft re-going in just a minute. So let's... yeah, there's the 3-2-3. I want to go ahead and just take a peek. Let's just make sure watching stream that we... Okay. So Old Pro is on his way back. He's got that Kmart internet. Squid Fingers, thank you for the follow, brother. Always appreciated. What do we have? We had the Hanzo ban. We had the Maiev ban. We're going to go ahead and communicate that. Stukov for the one tricks. Malf and Diablo for SPLHCB. Both of these teams right now are looking to move up in the standings. We have our crawler there on the bottom. While they are towards the bottom half of the division, again, it's early in the season. Both of these teams yet to really get too many games in. The One Tricks only played 3 games, a win, a draw, and a loss. SPL, 4 games, 3 draws so far. This is their map pick. We'll see if they have some sort of pocket strat going on. Cursed Hollow is the kind of map that allows for different plays. I mean, your globals are on the board. Your split pushers can be on the board. Abathur comes into the draft. That's something that Diefools has played. In fact, I believe, did they play Abathur specifically on? Let's take a peek at our scouting report. They did play an Abathur game, but it was on Towers of Doom. Part of the reason that we expected Cursed Hollow is that so far this season, 3 map wins for SPLHCB. They have picked up 2 of those wins on Cursed Hollow, and 2 out of their last 3 games were those wins on this map. They did play different comps. With the exception of the Diablo, again, 5 Diablo games in a row. Old Pro just really getting comfortable with Big Red. Old Pro jumping into the game here, so we should be able to get back into draft momentarily. Thank you guys for hanging on. Give me that RBB. We will jump back into draft. Let's just make sure everything is kosher. Okay. One Tricks gave us the R. We'll wait a little bit for Egg Rolls in the ball. Okay, so Egg Rolls has got it. Let's draft ink. Get that set up. Okay. Thank you for hanging on, guys. We'll head back into draft again. Draft will play out exactly the same here. Back to Cursed Hollow. The One Tricks with a 1 map advantage, looking for their 2nd domination of the season. So again, Hanzo and Maiev were removed. First pick of the One Tricks was Stukov, the Admiral, taken off the board. BKL. I wonder what the first pick. It could be a Murky. No, they're going to stick with a Stukov. Oh, boring. Malf and Diablo will be picked up here as we get back into the flow of our draft. So Garrosh is available. He's a solid pick on this map, but you know, having the Diablo can be a bit of a deterrent. Phoenix, again, making his way through. This is just an odd spot for this hero. Phoenix's competitive results have lagged behind his performance on the ladder. And it's tough to play him into Diablo. Diablo with the ability to just knock him out of that warp in a variety of different ways. But he always will be able to provide wave clear, solid damage, and the ability to murk as well. So there's the Greymane. Again, Greymane just super good on this map. Even though Greymane has fallen out of the meta a little bit, his ability to work the map and then just show up and pop a cursed bullet off is fantastic. And the Li Ming. So Greymane Li Ming is a pretty standard combo here for Cursed Hollow. There's a ton of space for Li Ming to use walls to play defensive but still get her abilities off. She combos well with the Greymane, whether he goes into Curse Bullet or whether they're both playing for resets on Go for the Throat. This could be an ETC ban. I would definitely be thinking about it. With no solo laners up, Blaze could be another option here if SPL wants to remove it, but this is an okay Blaze map, not a great one. He's good on all maps. Great on some. There's a Garrosh removal. So the ETC from the previous game for the One Tricks is up. And on their side, I actually think Dahaka is worthy of a ban here. If you feel comfortable with Sonya versus Blaze, again, Sonya is likely to be picked, and they take away Shiba's Genji. Okay, I like that. I like that transition, targeting what he did in the first game. If you're just joining us in the first game, SPLHCB put their sub Shiba onto Genji, and multiple times he was able to either follow a Diablo combo or just find an isolated backline target, and he went hard after Jaina and Hanzo and had great success. The Shimada brothers are removed. "13 seconds left on the clock." Let's see what SPL goes with. They go with the Blaze and the Junkrat again. So returning to the Junkrat. Sonya does make it through. What do I want to see here? So those are two very big high health pool tanks on the side of SPL. It would deter me personally from the ETC just because of, again, smaller health pool. Murden would work pretty well here. Potentially in combination with a Sonya. Both able to get onto the backline very effectively. Both with solid movement. Particularly if the Sonya winds up building through her spear and through leap. Muradin largely unbothered by what Junkrat is going to do. But I could see ETC Dahaka here. And we got a Zag! Alright. NGS. The S often stands for specialists. We've got a Zagara. They've removed the Genji. Tracer's still available. Okay, there's the Zeratul. All right, this is going to be fun. Protoss versus Zerg. Kotip was on the Blaze in the first game, switches on over to the Zag. Shiba, incensed that his Genji was taken away, slides on over to Zera, and there's no vision on the other side. We'll see how that winds up playing out. Zeratul, as he builds through the game, just winds up getting more and more efficient at just one-shotting Zag. Does the Zagara get enough early game pressure in order to keep Zeratul back? I'm going to give this to SPL, by the way. I think they played the first game extremely well. You know, they did make the first two mistakes, but I love this Zeratul pickup. You've got Junkrat just to wind up dealing with whatever passive pressure is on the map, and he can bounce around quite effectively. Zeratul and Junkrat being able to deal with Zagara both in different ways. You've got a ton of lockdown. Old Pro was hitting Diablo combos every time he wanted. And putting a big jet propulsion on there is only going to make that problem more difficult. Game number 2. Here on Cursed Hollow. For the one tricks, looking to pick up the domination. Captain Key on the Stukov. Yet again, Lincoln Park back on the ETC. Kotip will be playing the Zagara. Maybe a little bit of a cheeky play here. Siege will be on the Li Ming. Mydril Knight on the Greymane. And on the flip side, Die Fools is going to be on the Blaze. Egg Rolls will be playing the Junkrat. BKL on the Malfurion. Yet again with Old Pro. 6 games in a row on the Diablo. Looking good on it. Shiba will be playing Zeratul.
Let the battle begin.
That's an Infest Zagara off the bat. 5 men running it down mid here. We'll see how SPL reacts. That is a ton of siege damage. You got Zag, Li Ming, and Greymane. That tower is just going to melt. The positioning here from Lincoln Park. Going to wind up sitting in the bush. First fort gone. Excuse me, first tower gone. Lincoln Park does a great job anchoring there. Everybody out. Damage picked up, but Stukov should be able to get that done. Concussion Mine winds up knocking back Lincoln Park, but he does have the power slide in. Zagara is going to get suplexed. Shiba picks up the kill. First blood for a tower. And the XP lead shifts back over to SPL. They had Die Fools down here in bot lane. He's going to wind up boosting this into a half-level lead. Protoss 1, Zerg 0. 1-3-1 here. Siege winds up picking up the Eye Soak for bottom lane. Kotip winds up working his way on down there. It's ETC and Junkrat up top. We'll see Zeratul sharking around. Old Pro looking for a little bit of rotate here. They're going to put even more pressure on the Zagara. Old Pro's going to have to go in here. Does he see Kotip on the other side? No, he just clears out the creep. Quick camp pick up here from Shiva. First tribute will be in bot lane. Going to be focused right around here. On the flip side, Greymane wound up picking up Siege for the one tricks. Junkrat will get stuck dealing with that. About a quarter of a level lead here right now on the side of SPL. Zeratul eventually does wind up picking up that camp. You see the pings go out as SPL looking out for the Junkrat. Greymane and Stukov will pick up the mid camp as well. That should prove to be a problem. It's going to be up to Egg Rolls here to get this top camp cleared out. I'd like to see him use the back up and use the concussion mine to at least put one of those giants underneath. Well, underneath his tower. Okay, there's the concussion mine. So he winds up getting a little bit more safe clear. In the mid lane here, Shiba maybe looking for a little bit of kill. Greymane saying hi to Junkrat. Bottom trib will be up in 22 seconds. In the mid lane, Old Pro under pressure here. He will wind up taking the power slide. Diablo in a bit of trouble. But he has a mercenary to help him assist out. Good combo there. Li Ming with the orb following up on the power slide. So, first tribute up. 2 seconds on this guy. The channel underway. Siege and Key there. Die Fools looking to get the Q over. Old Pro being pressured out here by Lincoln Park. Looks like everybody's going to get here on time. Greymane a little late. No harm done. The only camp left on the map is pushing it up out of here. Oh, and Shiba with the blink in. At the same time, Junkrat winds up trading that kill out. Old Pro devastating charge in, but it does not help Mayhem get his way out. A big jet propulsion from Die Fools as the front line is set. And these teams trade cooldowns out. So 1 for 1, Junkrat and Zag gone. Shiba making an impact here. Big charge in from Old Pro as he winds up connecting with Shiba. They're trying to figure out, do they want the Stukov or do they want that Li Ming? Oh, and the silence is interrupted here, but Shiba goes down immediately. A good peel coming out from Lincoln Park. He wastes all his mana, but he uses it effectively. That is 3 kills. The peel from Lincoln Park. Shout out to the cow. Winds up peeling. That little bit of silence from Key helping to convert those 3 early kills. 4 kills to 2. And the one tricks wind up picking a half-level lead. First tribute is gone. Greymane now working on bottom. He'll be able to pick up another tower. SPL has come out in both games and had a really, just a fantastic plan. They know the target that they want to pick. They know the target they want to blow up, but the One Tricks have just resisted SPL's attempts to pick up these early objectives. Remember, One Tricks picked up the first Webweaver turn-in as well on Cursed Hollow. Down here on the bot lane, Die Fools looking to pick up a kill on Mindro Knight. It's going to be a question of who's got more sustain. Mindro Knight should be able to flip out and get the auto attack. There's yet another kill. 5 kills to 2. Greyman will not be able to make it up here. We'll see if SPL can play aggressive. Shiba is sharking about. Looks like he picks up the W. And a quick blink in. He's going with a wormhole building. Go ahead and throw that guy up there. So it's a Q build Zeratul. Trying to get some of that AoE damage and then get back out there before the CC can be picked up on him. Greyman had to back. So he and Blaze will wind up perhaps meeting here. Co-tip with a little bit of poke. This is a 1-level lead. Old Pro does not want to give this up. Pushes ETC back. The Lurking Arm. No value. Die Fools, though, has to go through the silence. He is not able to get the jet propulsion, and Diablo goes down. 2 tribs on the side of the One Tricks. SPL struggling a little bit here in game 2. 6 kills to 2. They're going to have to concede 10. Aggressive play from Shiba there. He wanted the kill on Co-Tip. Mindro Knight winds up helping out. This has all the makings of a snowball. There's Lincoln Park with a power slide in. Once the One Tricks pick up this fort, they'll be able to pick up enough couched experience to get to 10. They're starting to open this map up. Do they want this boss? Mosh Pit. Nidus. Wave of Force. Go for the throat. So 2 resets on the Assassins here and Massive Shove. Co-Tip clearing up bottom. So with the level 10 advantage, let's see what kind of play the One Tricks want to make. This mid camp will be picked up here. Barring a miracle, this is going to be Curse. Top forward already gone. Lincoln Park should be able to power slide right on out of there. Stukov and Greyman will pick up bruisers for the One Tricks. Good aggressive anchor here from Lincoln Park. Until Egg Rolls can really go up there and maybe throw a trap and a mine, nothing's going to be done. Old Pro and Shiba looking to pick up a quick kill. This is going to be big trouble for Shiba. He already blinked in. He is gone. BKL was hoping to get a free channel there. We'll see if Egg Rolls can pick up. A little bit of delay now. They back off. One Tricks are going to wind up picking up the curse here. Both of these mid camps are crashing into each other. Die Fools was bottom, just trying to soak 10. He'll be able to get it during curse here. But it is a 5-man push top. Oh, and the mosh pit. It's a 1-man mosh. But it's going to wind up allowing the One Tricks to put work on this top lane. Lincoln Park finding his groove here on ETC in the second game. He's been at the front picking up just a number of kills. He's been on Shiba's every single time. The suplex on the Stukov there as the APOC comes out. Dieful is following up with the jet propulsion. There is a quick T-Dream. The Riptire comes out. Bunker is there. Big damage on a Mindro Knight. Greyman looks like he will go down. Lincoln Park looking to get his teammates out of there. So it's 1 kill. Egg Rolls trying to get the delay. Eats a big orb. He'll be okay though. Due to curse, looks like Midfort will go down. Sheej and Lincoln Park trying to pick this guy up. He should have the Q out. Root goes down. He does not have power slide. Concussion Mine winds up confirming ETC. A couple more kills picked up. 2 forts. Almost half a keep. Bottom fort gone as well. That XP is going to propel the One Tricks right on into level 13. Take a quick look at our builds here. This has been a pretty fast-paced game. This is a face melt build here from ETC. Likely to neutralize his Zeratul. Boss will be picked up here as well. Teleport build here on 7 with Calamity. And Illusionist at 13. Die Fools pokes this guy out. Good delay. As long as he doesn't die here, this is a really solid play. At the same time, SPL winds up going in. Oh, okay. Maybe a little bit too much delay. So SPL will pick up their boss as well. Bosses are picked up. SPL's bosses, because it's a 9-minute boss, not going to have a ton of value. We'll see what bottom boss is going to be able to pick up here. The lane pushed out. No back yet from SPO. I expect Zagar to be able to jump in. This is the nearest Nidus network in that bot lane. Extra camp picked up here from the One Tricks. 1.5 level lead. 2 level. All on the board. Shiva with a bit of poke. There's a good concussion mine. However, the face melt will deter Old Pro from the combo. Looks like he might have had an opportunity to put ETC into the keep there. Boss will start to move up. Again, this is a very early boss. These bosses were started at 9 minutes, so the scaling is quite low. Now it moves on to the keep. With that level advantage, is there a play to be had? Oh, Greymane is going to go down. Linkin Park thinking about trying to get in there. Maybe disrupt that kill. He lets it go. Wave of Force winds up pushing Diefools back. Top is going to go down momentarily to minions. Maybe? Maybe? Maybe not. Trip here in the bottom lane. Neither team has a tribute. So no pressure here. I think the One Tricks would be better served just playing for 16, and they seem to agree. They're going to back off and let this guy go. In the meantime, Zagara is going to wind up pushing out top. Remember, this keep at about half health will wind up being under pressure. You can see on the minimap here, Diefools is already looking to get the rotate up. Kote backs out. Mounts up, he will get away. This is, I believe, the 3rd time we've seen the One Tricks put Greymane and Stukov onto the Bruiser camp. Siege will be there as well. They're just looking to delay until 16. At the same time, Old Pro seeing if he can maybe force a fight before that.
I grow tired of your petty.
This is a defensive trip, so even without 16,
Earn my favor.
the power play here from the One Tricks. Looks like they don't want to give 2 tributes on over. If you give up 2 tributes in this situation, you're... Oh, there's the one-man mosh pit. Diablo's going to take a bit of damage. He's stuck in the silence. No one is able to knock him out. Oh, and the Riptire is too late. Big Red winds up going down on the backline. However, Greymane diving in, but he immediately winds up eating the Twilight Dream. Diefools using the bunker to try to stay alive. The APOC is popped because of the 100-soul Diablo rising immediately. So a 1-for-1 actually winds up turning in favor of SPL. The delay here coming out from Eggroll. Or just missing Malfurion. Good bit of stutter step there. Diefools is trying to make something happen. He jet propulsions in. He does not hit anyone. And the Wave of Force is going to put him under a tremendous amount of pressure. On the backside, however, Old Pro looking to try to pick up a kill. Shiva pressuring at the back. Blaze goes down, chased by Siege, but does that wind up costing One Tricks Stukov down momentarily. Another 1-for-1 trade. 16 is picked up. Dibble's eating that orb. Kotep has him down to 400 HP. Is that Muta going to wind up picking this kill up? No. It gets distracted. It takes a little turn to the right. Top keep almost going down. 16 picked up. Let's throw our talent zone back up there. So, a staggered team fight. Diablo goes down immediately, but due to the 100 souls, he's back. Mydrall Knight, aggressive on the back line. He was looking for a go for the throat play. BKL T-Dreams him. So the 1-for-1 trade, due to the death timers, winds up in favor of SPL. Stukov and Blaze eventually get traded out as Siege wind up chasing the Blaze down. Oh, Diefools, does he have bunker? He's got the bunker. He can sit on this. Linkin Park is deep. The Riptire comes out. Old Pro goes in. T-Dream comes out. It immediately winds up putting ETC out of commission. The camp is picked up, and SPL fighting their way back. Tribute is up. Riptire zoning. But this is going to be cursed. So, just to take a quick detour. This is the risk we talked about. When you give up 2 tributes. And as the game winds up going later, this is where the snowball comes into play. This curse is going to claim likely to be 2 forts. Mid-camp picked up. It'll have to be dealt with. But this is going to be a curse and boss play, and I love what SPL are doing here. Are they going to be able to delay long enough? I think Difles has even more time. All right, he does wind up proccing it. They're going to have to burn through this boss real quickly to get it going. Top camp, however, at the same time is going to push out. So what we were talking about before is when the One Tricks failed to get the right team fight play, you can tell that they didn't want to wait for 16. They put themselves in this position where 2 tributes are up. Curse is going to be a problem, and SPL at any time that they pick that up find themselves in a good position. Difles has bunker here. He can live for a little while. This boss is almost gone. The silence goes out. It is gone, however. He is going hard onto this point. The APOC comes out. Mydronite in big trouble. Oh, boy. Old Pro winds up finding himself a gray main. Even though the boss has claimed the Riptire is going to confirm yet another kill. Stukov is down. ETC is backed into a corner. The 3rd kill is gone. So Curse is up. It's got 15 seconds left. Boss, maybe minimal value, but SPL's trying to figure out how do they get a keep here. Egg Rolls, this is... Oh, boy. Oh, boy, buddy. You're going to have to rip her on out of there.
Enough. The curse is over.
Is he getting out? Boss confirms the wall. Okay. Keep an eye on this. Meantime, that boss is going to pressure core quickly. It looks like SPL is thinking about how can they end this game. They've got a half-health boss. A little bit of scaling. They're going to hit 19. They are fairly healthy. Blaze is all the way back. This is a 4v5, and I don't think SPL can take this. No, they got to let it go. So Blaze is going to wind up having to defend core. A gamble. I like it in that SPL just being aggressive, trying to figure out how to win the game. Didn't work out for them. They'll have to defend this. Keep an eye on the observer bug here. We know that the shields are not showing. We'll try to keep shields on screen as much as we can. Difles does wind up keeping this core at 100% health. The map now imbalanced. Top lane in favor of SPL. Bottom lane in favor of the One Tricks. Level 20 fast approaching. No tributes for either side. Are we going to have yet another long game? I mean, it can't go another 33 minutes. If this hits 30 minutes, I'm kidding. But I would probably think about pausing the games and telling these teams to just fight it out. I get another game after this. I got to go, guys. SPL trying to figure out where can they maybe find a play. Zagara pushing bottom lane out. Tribute will be on the opposite side. She'll have Nidus. Kotip can maybe get one more wave. He gives it up. Shiba going Zerg hunting. No Zag. 2 Katas on bot. A long fight, and that will pose a problem. Zag cleaning up top lane. Positional advantage goes over to SPL. They're going to very easily claim this. The One Tricks are going to have to play for the 20. Might of the Nerazim. Upgraded at level 20. Is that Twilight Falls? Yes. So you've got a Rewind Zera. Astral Communion yet again. Hellgate yet again. And the Bunker upgrade. I think a key to watch out for here is whether or not... Okay, Old Pro is going to be able to... Alright, easily pick up full souls. I mean, one more, buddy. Everybody doing the Merc Shuffle. Our next tribute will be here.
The choice is simple.
The One Tricks can let this go. If they let this go because they don't have 20, and they're going to pick it up now. I'm not sure they feel like they're going to be in a position to fight this out. But if they let this go, they are banking on one more team fight and winning it. There will certainly not be enough time for them to pick up a curse. Lincoln Park trying to figure out how he can get onto the back line. BKL is channeling. There won't be a delay here. This is another tense, long game. These teams are giving us a hell of a show. Mid and bot wind up pushing back. Giants relieving that bot lane pressure. Oh boy. Oh, they give up the party bush. Maybe? Guys? Top bosses up.
Tired of your petty squabbling.
Bottom boss in 15.
Earn my
Oh.
favor.
I think Diefools wants this bottom boss. They're going to give it up. SPL will head on up top. They know that the curse play is here. 20s, though, have been picked up for the one tricks. I like how Lincoln Park is holding this. This could be Torbuzz or Death Metal. Just got to make sure he picks that talent. 20 upgrades for both Li Ming and Gray Ming. And they're going to have to make a move. Here's the game, fellas. First delay comes out from Li Ming. Difool's putting pressure onto the back line. He's near Stukov and Zagara. Now Lincoln Park can get some aggressive positioning here. Blaze chunked down to half health. There's no lane pressure to worry about. Junkrat trading poke with Li Ming. Keep an eye on that 20 talent. We're going to leave this up just to see what Lincoln Park does. Diefools goes in with the Jet Propulsion there. The APOC combo comes out. Astral Communion is immediately procced. 1 kill, 2 kills. Mosh comes out. It catches 3, but ETC is gone. The Death Metal is not going to get a lot of value here. Kotip just trying to hopefully pick up a kill. Diefools puts the pressure on Siege. That's going to be Curse. Here's the Jet Propulsion. Shiba's going to go in, finish off the Li Ming, and SPL with a great level 20 team fight. He's going to wind up grabbing game number 2 here as they begin the march down top lane towards the core. Fantastic bit of team fighting there. The Jet Propulsion from Diefools was immediately followed up by the Dibbles, the APOC, the Twilight Dream, and the Riptire, and that is game. SPL find themselves again a great level 20 team fight. They'll go ahead and pick up game number 2. A well-played set of games by both teams, claimed late as we get our draw in. So in both games, go ahead and get all chat out of the way there. In both games, what we wind up seeing, the kill count in favor of SPL. Did a fantastic job with Old Pro on that Dibbles. Absolutely great job. Let's see if we can go ahead. See if we can queue up a little bit of interview. Who's still in the Bobo chat? Egg rolls and Key are available. Let's go ahead and proc Key. I want to talk about that first game. Let's see. Lobby interview. Assuming everybody has time. So with the draw, SPL maintains their ability to pick up points, especially when not favored. That's 4 draws in 5 matches. They did take 1 loss, but it keeps them in it for the playoff race. For the one tricks, certainly a little bit of disappointment there. It just seems like they were unable to get the right talent tier fight. They were unable to pick up 16 when they wanted it for sure. They were also unable to pick up the 20 as well. And it took them it took them so long to pick up that level 20 talent that they were unable to really aggressively posture over top. And The other problem with their inability to pick up level 20 is that it kept Zagara from being able to push one lane in a given direction, in towards SPL's core. Shoutouts in that game. Sheba actually came online late. Played the Genji in the first game, picked up a lot of great kills on the backline heroes. Struggled in the beginning of that game. He was put under constant pressure by Linkin Park's ETC. Again, that was an ETC with a strong face melt build to try to push off. Hey, we're joined here by Sheej. What's happening, brother?
Feeling good. We did pretty well.
You know what? I agree with you guys. Those were two fantastically played games. So game 2, it looks like later in the game, what I was just talking about there was it seemed like you were really unable to get the talent tier team fight that you wanted. You were unable to pick up 16 and use that to your advantage. And level 20 also, it took a little while for you guys to pick that up, and that was a tough team fight at the end there.
Yeah, I agree. I think after our first curse, we were just a little bit slow the way the timings worked out to get to tributes, and a little bit of tribute RNG on the locations hurt us too, I think.
True.
But overall, we're pretty happy with how we played.
I got to commend you guys on that first game. First off, for the endurance. You guys won the marathon.
Definitely.
But the big question I had there is, and I just want to talk about your late game decision making, which I thought was, assuming I'm right, perfect. It looked like once you guys realized how much of a threat boss was, that for about 2 minutes you were just feigning boss, starting it, backing off, and then eventually you get the catapult pressure to take a core from 80% down to 5%. What's going on in that situation there?
Right. So we have 3 keeps to 0. That's the dream. We don't have to do anything. As soon as the catapults build up bottom and we see someone go, we start boss. If we get boss, it's GG, so they have to step up. And it's just like a lose-lose situation for them.
Tough one. All right. So, with the early start of the season, you guys have been able to pick up points in just about every match. Where do you guys feel like you're going to fall in here in B East? Where do you see yourself ending up? What's the target goal for the One Tricks?
I think we're a new team. We're still learning. We're still improving. But I definitely think we can make playoffs. And I don't think we'll be satisfied if we don't make playoffs.
All right. I think we'll see you guys there as well. Again, really good synergy throughout both matches. And I think you guys definitely will be doing well into the late season. I want to thank you for the time. You have any shout-outs?
Shout out to my dad. I don't know if he was in chat, but he was definitely watching. Shout out to my teammates. They played really well. And shout out to you for casting.
Oh, absolutely. No, it was my pleasure. You guys gave us a great game. And hey, good luck going forward in the season here.
Thank you very much.
All right. So our first game is done. I'm going to go ahead, throw the pause up. As you guys can see from the second one, I have another game coming at you. This is going to be a Division A West matchup. We'll go ahead and let's get everything in order here. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. I will be back in about 15 minutes. Like I said, we'll have to go in, get our lobbies set back up, get our teams, our map selection as well. This will be Tilted Miners, and they will be going up against Stepdads. This is another set of teams, not quite at the top of their divisions, respectively, but Tilted Miners have been on a pretty good roll lately. They've been winning games. I believe they might even have 3 in a row. We'll have to check that before the second game comes in. And on the side of Stepdads, again, scrapping for points. We saw them earlier in the year. They ran into an absolute buzzsaw in the form of Blasting Burrows. Michaelin and the boys having great success here in the early game. I really like what they've been able to do. But like I said, we're going to take a quick break. We'll throw our little pause screen up. Again, in 15 minutes, I will see you guys back here with a Div A West matchup. We'll get our precast screen up. Don't you guys be going anywhere. I will be right back.